As you learned in Lesson 2, a range is a group of adjacent cells that you select to perform operations on all of the selected cells. You refer to a cell range by separating the first and last cell in the range by a colon, such as B1 colon B9 and D4 colon G9. A named range is a group of cells and occasionally a single cell with a designated name. The most common reason to name a range is to refer to it in formulas and functions. Naming ranges or an individual cell according to the data they contain is a time-saving technique, even though it might not seem so when you work with limited data files and practice exercises. However, naming a range in a larger complex worksheet enables you to go to the location quickly, similar to a bookmark. After selecting a range of cells, you can name the range using 3 different methods: by typing a name in the name box next to the formula bar, by using the New Name dialog box, by using the Create Names from the Selection dialog box. Rules and guidelines for naming ranges include the following. Range names can be up to 255 characters in length. Range names may begin with a letter, the underscore character, or backslash. The rest of the name may include letters, numbers, periods, and underscore characters, but not a backslash. Range names may not consist solely of the letter C or R, which are used as shortcuts for selecting columns or rows. Range names may not include spaces. Microsoft recommends you use the underscore character or periods to separate words such as fruit underscore list or personal dot budget. Range names cannot be the same as a cell reference such as A7 or B3. All names have a scope, either to specify a worksheet or the entire workbook. The scope of a name is the location within which Excel recognizes the name without qualification. Excel requires that a name must be unique within its scope, but you can use the same name in different scopes. In the New Name dialog box, if you select a worksheet name from the scope list, the scope is at the local worksheet level. If you select workbook, the scope is at the global workbook level. If you define a name range after you entered a cell reference in a formula, you might want to update the existing cell reference to the defined name. Select an empty cell, click the arrow next to Define Name, and click Apply Names. In the Apply Names dialog box, click on one or more names and click OK. After creating name ranges, you can select a name in the new box list to select the name range on the worksheet. Creating a formula that operates on a name range. You can use the name of any range in a formula, just as you can use a cell identifier. So we're going to use the worksheet for Budget Ranges Solution Workbook. In the Expense Detail sheet, we're going to click cell A21. Type first quarter expenses and then press Tab. In cell B21, type equal sum parentheses. On the Formulas tab in the Define Names group, click Use in Formula. Select Q1 Expenses from the list to close the formula and then press Enter. The total amount of expenses for January through March appear in cell B21.